guys, how's it going? So today we're gonna work on just a real simple project. I'm gonna be planting up these window boxes right behind me. It's kind of an overcast, gray, a little bit chilly, breezy day today. So this is kind of the perfect area to be working underneath this overhang because I do think it called for rain this afternoon. And these don't look horrible, but I'm excited to have some spring color in them. So of course we've got the two spring containers here. These are the first ones I planted up for the entire year. And I thought that they would be safest given the fact that they're underneath this overhang from any freezing temperatures. And then these don't look half bad given the fact that they were planted in the fall, most of it anyway. I've got 5 ivy in there that still look really good, and I'm gonna keep those in there. I might have to groom off, you know, like a leaf here or there. I will pull out the hydrangeas and branches because that was more for Christmas. We'll take the cabbage out and any of these greens that I popped in here. So basically we'll just be left with the ivy. And I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do for a centerpiece for these window boxes, and I decided that this right here, there's boxwoods in 4 of my window boxes. I think I'm gonna take all of these out and use them in those 2 long ones up front. My plans for these window boxes this year don't include these boxwoods, so I figured it was kind of a perfect time to pop them out and reuse them, at least for the spring, for these front window boxes, and then I can move them out into the landscape later. And they look pretty good as well. These are Sprinter boxwoods. And then I do have a few flowers in the greenhouse. I'm going with a pretty simple color palette, something bright and very springy. So I need to go gather up stuff like a cart and gloves and such. Also, I think Aaron and Benjamin are coming out. We just had lunch Saturday today, so it's a nice quiet day. I think Aaron was getting Benjamin ready. Oh, is Daddy playing with the lights and changing them colors?
Hey Google, set all the lights to green.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Changing 16 lights to green.
What color is this?
It's green.
It's green.
Are you guys gonna come out here and hang out with me?
Yeah, there, once we're done playing with the lights.
Okay. I am loving these spring containers especially. They're so pretty. Hey, you need to get, yeah, you can ride on the tractor, but you need to get your coat on, okay?
Okay.
Okay? Go get your coat on and your shoes.
Okay.
Okay. See you in a minute. Actually, you know what? Mama needs her coat too. It's a little cold out here. We both got our coats on because it is a little bit chilly out here, isn't it, buddy? He's got his flashlight too. Okay, so let me show you the flowers and then I'm going to clean out all the containers, and I think I'm gonna clean these out right there as well. I don't know if I'll actually plant them today or not. We'll see. Look at these beautiful flowers. The yellow ranunculus, I used those last year in some containers and I just absolutely loved them. They were so bright and cheerful. I decided I wanted to do more of them this year. And then the true blue pansies, which I did in the other container that has the white ranunculus and the lemon cypress, and I just think it's such a clean, crisp, fresh look. All right, buddy, you ready to do some cleaning? You wanna ride on the tractor? Maybe we'll take one little ride, okay? I got the first 3 moved over here and I decided not to plant them quite yet till I have them all lined up because I can't decide if I want to do just 5 or if I should just do the full 6 since all my flowers are gonna stay pretty small. What do you think? Let's get the other boxwoods, shall we? Shall we? I do think 6 was the way to go. It's like impossible for me to film this without my reflection in the window, unless I come way over here, but I think 5 would have been not enough just because they're such small boxwoods. And I'm still planning, probably not today, well maybe today, I'm still planning on just shearing these up just a little bit. Just take a little bit of the fluff off and tighten them up a bit. Are you throwing the pine cones around? Whoa!
Oh, the stick or the walnut.
Uh-huh. Whoa!
There's this over it.
Uh-huh. Such a good little helper. I also worked some Biotone starter fertilizer into the soil because I'm not going to refresh this right now, and I did use this soil last year. I didn't want to do a full clean out because I'll probably do that when I swap these over for summer planters, but I didn't want to upset everything. I didn't want to pull ivy out and boxwoods and all that business, so I removed quite a bit of the soil when I pulled everything else out, and then put some Biotone starter fertilizer in, and then planted the boxwoods. So now I'm going to go in with flowers, and then we're going to do some cleanup, because oh my mercy, these are dirty. Isn't that looking just so fresh? Just all that fresh green. I did get them watered in, kind of cleaned up. I scrubbed on the window box a little bit. This might be the year that I paint them black because they just stain so bad, and I can't, even with a magic eraser and lime away and all kinds of stuff, I can't get those stains off. So the plants, the yellow ranunculus, I had to kind of resist planting a whole bunch, like really packing it full, because once it warms up, which it's supposed to, it's been pretty warm, but it's supposed to get even warmer this next week. These grow 8 inches tall, which is about this tall, perfect for the size of boxwood, and then 10 to 12 inches wide. So I put one in between each boxwood, and I think they'll fill in the gaps beautifully and be full of color. And then the blue pansies down below will also grow quite a lot thicker, and they'll fill it in. I might pop one more blue pansy right in here on each side. I think that's needed. Hold on. Yep, that finished it off. I knew it was missing something. I needed something between this height and then the really low spilling ivy, and I think that's perfect. Gotta do the second one now. There goes Benjamin. 2-year-olds are awesome. Aaron's out here too. He's keeping his eye on Benjamin. I'm not just letting him run amok. Second one is done. It's just looking very fresh up here. I'm loving it. I'm actually really liking the fact that all the leaves are green, and I was kind of wondering if I would like that in the beginning, but to me it just looks peaceful. When there's not a whole lot of contrast and texture going on all the time, there's rest for your eye, if that makes sense. It just looks like there's some beautiful color in there, but it's just tranquil looking. That's where my other magic eraser went. God, the wind today. I do think I'm going to go ahead and plant up these square planters as well, and I'm just going to kind of mirror what I did in the back in the window boxes. May as well while I'm up here. They're looking kind of a little shabby now that I have the other ones done. So here's a close-up look at it before we plant. The lollipop pines have done surprisingly well. I can't remember exactly what variety, but they're supposed to have a yellow needle like that, just so you know. They're not supposed to be a dark green, which I kind of wanted up here because I wanted it to really shine. But the stuff underneath, whew, it is needing a refresh real bad. I am so happy that I had enough plants to mirror these containers after the window boxes, which is getting a little bit dark out here. I think we're supposed to be getting a thunderstorm here pretty quick and some rain, so I'm going to wrap things up. But I had some Carex still in these containers that looked really bad, so I did clean those up and I decided to use those still. It was between that and potting them back up and putting them in the greenhouse to use later, but I just think it looks so pretty. Look at these. I think the yellow in the ranunculus and the grass and the pine all really marries together really nicely. I do like the textural contrast with the grass in here. In fact, if I had more of those Carex, I might even pop them into the window boxes too, but it doesn't matter. I like them both. Kind of nice maybe to even have them slightly different. Ivy in one and Carex in another. I think that's going to be it for today's project. I really only wanted to get the window boxes done, so this was just kind of an added bonus. And seeing this done and fresh kind of motivates me to keep going and maybe just do some simple spring containers because it doesn't take a lot. Like, you don't need a ton of really expensive plants. I know I do some arrangements like that with the heucheras, and like my parents' window box that I just did, it was just so pretty, but you don't have to do stuff like that in order for it to be really pretty. I mean, you can get pansies are so inexpensive, and they really do, like, they fill in quickly. Usually when we plant them, they have 1, 2, maybe 3 blooms on them, but we give them a little bit of time, like a couple weeks, a little bit more heat, and they will be so full of color, the ranunculus too, that this will look like a completely different arrangement. So anyway, I hope this video was inspiring to you to go out and plant some spring stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna go inside before it starts to rain. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Whoop, and we will see you in the next one. Bye. I am not gonna be able to lift that. I'm gonna need to go get Aaron. Hey-ya! Oh.